Hi Kiwi! Alright, we are back at Hades. We're going to be running the Blitz Disc on the aspect of Zeus from the shield, using the Zeus keepsake, of course. We're going to take 1 level of Jury Summons, 3 levels of Extreme Measures, 2 levels of Damage Control, and 1 level of Tight Deadline for a total of 10 heat today. We're definitely getting up there on the shield. As you might be able to tell from this intro, I am on coffee. I talk about coffee like it's a drug, which honestly for me it kind of is.
I suppose even down in the underworld you would have heard such tales of me, young man. They're all untrue, except the tales of my bravery. Those are completely accurate, though all too modest in most cases, I must say.
I feel like Zeus and Theseus would get along quite well. We got the lowest level of special, but we're still going to take it because that's really what makes this build pop off. Oh, would you look at that? We can Ambrosia Zeus on the next run. That's exciting, I suppose. Not sure what that'll afford us, but anyway. So, how are we doing today? Of course, since I'm on coffee, you can make the grand assumption that I am not the most well-rested, all things considered. Kiwi has started adjusting her sleep schedule. We're trying to be more in line with each other because, I mean, the whole point of this channel was to help Kiwi sleep. She's an insomniac, and it's hard for her to, like, maintain a sleep schedule in pace with my work schedule. We'll take the hammer here. I'm not sure what I expect to gain from this, but I suppose if I got the benefit that makes it so when you catch your shield, you do an AoE, that would work pretty well on this hammer. Anyway, so Kiwi is, well, let's see. After special hits, your next 2 attacks deal 80% damage. After blocking a foe, gain 20% damage and move speed. Bull Rush, Power Rush doesn't sound good. I think we'll take the Empowering Flight. Next 2 attacks after special deal more damage. I think we'll go for Chaos here. This Chaos could enhance our special damage. I wouldn't mind getting that. The Palm looked pretty tasty, but I'm sure we'll find Palms later in the run too.
After some consideration and on your recommendation, I attempted lately to make contact with the goddess Nyx again. She is quite distant from me now, of course. If you happen to know, did she receive the message well? Respond.
Well, Master Chaos, she can be a little difficult to read at times, but I got the impression she was quite surprised, even excited to have heard from you again. She said that she would think about how to respond, or whether to respond.
I see. Well, she shall find a way if it is warranted. I always did expect the world from her. There were times when I expected her to shine as bright as day, though she is night. When she achieved a certain level of ability, she left, and I could not find her.
Overbearing parental expectations, in other words, cause them to drift apart, perhaps. It's a fair reason to drift apart. Okay, so we're not getting offered anything terribly exciting for what I want. I'm going to try re-rolling once and see what it offers. More HP dash strike or more damage. I guess I'll just take the HP. Lose 39 HP temporarily, gain 33 HP after it runs out. Fair enough. You know what? Ares isn't terrible on the attack. We'll take him. Since I'm mostly going to be running this build for the special anyway, it doesn't seem like it'll be too much of a problem if I end up taking a little bit of extra damage on the attack when I do pass it out a little bit. This weapon does play very strong, and like, I think what's really important to recognize is that I don't have it really leveled up that much. I think I put like 1 level into it, so it has a base 13 damage instead of a base 8 damage on the first hit of the special. So it's a really strong weapon when used in the right hands, and even in the wrong hands, like mine. Combo with a Zeus boon, you're great.
You have the Shield of Chaos, Aegis, quite unlike the one my good sister Athena likes to flash around. You have much better taste.
What a surprise that Ares likes the weapon that does more damage. Alright, we'll take his dash. I don't think I want his cast in this build. We will take the key here because that will give us more rerolls to hopefully stack up as many Zeus boons as possible. I'm not sure how I really want to build beyond just stacking as much Zeus, but honestly that might be all you need to build because Zeus just stacks so incredibly strong with himself. He's basically, like, there are 3 gods I would say that just inherently are extremely powerful if you just get a whole bunch of them and they're like the only god you see in the entire run. And that is Ares, Zeus, and Poseidon. Those 3 gods I think can kind of carry a run solo if they really wanted to. But the game often doesn't work out the way that would play out. And that's totally fine. Like, I mean, I don't think that's how the game is meant to be played, let's be honest. The game is all about the synergies that having multiple gods worth of boons brings. There's no fun. Well, there's plenty of fun to be had in a solo build, but it's the kind of creativity and unpredictability almost that having multiple boons provides.
A new effect.
Okay, there we go. Jolted already. So Jolted is always great. 87 damage every time an enemy tries to attack. We'll be constantly applying that to enemies because we're going to be hitting them with multiple hits of the shield, or I guess the Zeus special more specifically. But the basic idea on how to play this most effectively, I would say, is throw your shield, charge up a bull rush, catch your shield, and then repeat. And the bull rush is affected by your attack boon. For context, the bull rush is the charge attack, this little dash move that I'm using, for those who are unaware. Which, if you are unaware, welcome. I assume you have not seen many Hades runs before, or at least not many shield runs. If you aren't new and you've seen this 1,000 times, forgive me for indulging in the basic level of explanation that I love to mansplain about. Anyway, I was talking about, so Kiwi has recently readjusted her sleep schedule so that she wakes up around the time I do. I inevitably wake up a lot earlier in the morning than Kiwi does because, well, I'm an insomniac by a different measure. She has trouble falling asleep. I have trouble staying asleep. And so once I'm awake, I'm awake. And that often means I wake up pretty early in the mornings sometimes, although usually more so, I am not able to sleep in the way I wish I could.
Delicious.
Another 12 damage on the special? Sure. Could probably take another 2 pomegranates on that special. Would be awesome. If we see Demeter, I'm going to go for Demeter and hope for Rare Crop. Right now I only have 2 boons that could really compete with it. And so there's a reasonable chance that we could get a really good Rare Crop onto the special and just have our damage pop off like nothing else. No guarantees, of course, but would be amazing if we did. I mean, we also have to make the gross assumption that we're going to see Demeter on this run at all. I think she was offered over when we were taking our hammer, so maybe it would have been better to have taken her then, but it's fine. Like, we don't really need Rare Crop at this point. Like, the boon on its own is just really, really strong already. I could take Night Spindle here to get an extra charge of my companion, and that'll give me some extra darkness and gems. I think I'll do that. The only downside is I have to remember to use it, which we've proven time and time again I am very prone to forgetting.
Not so much as think about it.
Artemis sounds fun if I can get support fire, so I probably will take her. I mean, crit chance is always welcome too. There isn't much more I want, so pressure points and support fire are about all I'm interested in from Artemis, but I'll take it. I'll gladly take it. Where's the last enemy? Oh, there you are. Just hiding there.
Enough, I've better things to do.
A little mine spawner spawned in and then ran for it. I have plenty of HP. Let's see what's in this shop. Oh, we already looked at the shop. What am I doing? So I'll just try and remember to use my Chthonic Companion when I get a mini boss. That should work pretty well. I have to be careful that I have an unfortunate habit of sometimes double tapping my special, and if I do that, then I don't actually, like, I recall it before it even does anything, which kind of makes it useless. And then, I guess thinking aloud, are there any duo boons between either Ares or Zeus and Artemis that I would want? I don't quite remember what Artemis's duos with them do. Well, actually, I know one of them.
I don't know what it is about you, Zacharias, but I feel like I can be me with you, you know? Maybe it's that you don't constantly talk over me like everybody else. Besides Callisto and the nymphs, I guess. Not that I can even hear you, but you know what I mean, right?
It is, that's a relatable set of comments right there, Kiwi. No further comment from me. Crit chance on the attack doesn't sound terrible, but it doesn't sound amazing. I want pressure points. Just a chance to crit on the special sounds great. Oh, and hey, I guess we're getting Athena. So we've got Ares, Zeus, Artemis, and Athena for this run. Doesn't look like I'm going to get a Demeter unless I really force it, and I don't want to have 5 gods in the pool because it makes it that much harder to find a good Zeus boon if I have too many gods competing for the slot he could take. So we will say we've got what we need, what we can. We won't have the strongest special, but there's still a chance we could find Eurydice and she could upgrade it.
I understand you've been in contact with my father. Your Uncle Zeus, I mean. He's taken interest in your plight. You should feel honored.
If you say so, Athena. I mean, her attack also is pretty decent. I guess the real question is, do I have a reliable way of getting status privilege? And I guess the answer for that would be if I get her attack, and then I get her blinding flash, I think it's called, which causes the exposed debuff. That would work. So yeah, let's go that route. We'll take Divine Strike on our attack.
Shield of light.
Plus that means now we'll reflect attacks whenever we'll deflect projectiles more specifically whenever we're using our special. We'll take an early Hermes, sure.
Should help keep me going.
Quick reload isn't that amazing. Flurry cast is completely useless. Quick recovery I'm not interested
Let's see
in.
what else?
Greater haste, sure. Okay. Gives us the potential for rush delivery. Never a bad option.
Good to see you too, mate.
We had it on the last run and that was pretty solid.
Hope I didn't keep you waiting, ladies.
Good.
Good, I'm glad you didn't keep us
Damn
waiting.
you for this, Red Blood. You're making me look bad, you know? Making me feel bad.
Alecto, I didn't ask you to repeatedly attempt to kill me. How did you expect me to respond?
You do know what happens when you make me feel bad, don't you?
We get into some weird sadomasochistic relationship, I think, but you're gonna have to compete with Meg for that one, ma'am. Where'd you go? Oh, you probably don't want to stand on that. Trying to get a cast into her so that she takes extra damage. Oh gosh, Tiffany, calm down. Just need to get her to sit on this as much as possible. And she oh, I forgot. When she does her little, like, chase after you spinning move, she pretty much just sits in the special. I can't see anything, but I don't think I need to know where she is. Okay, maybe a little bit. That was pretty easy. The Blitz Disc has a very high DPS potential. And I guess the strength of the Blitz Disc is it scales really well into late game, but it also has a very strong early game, and that's probably why it carries 64 heat. So I wouldn't say consistently or reliably, considering 64 heat is so hard to accomplish in the first place. Well, that's interesting. You can upgrade these in the shop here, or in the keepsake box here. Interesting. Let's see.
Here you go, Shady.
Okay. Cool. Well, I guess we have 3 uses of it now. I should probably remember to use it. Alright, so like I said, all we really want at this point is Zeus, so I'll take whatever else I can get. Could take the Chaos Egg here. Let's see, what still needs upgrading that I would want to use in this situation? I guess let's work on getting the Chaos Egg upgraded, because maybe I get something from it. I probably won't, but it doesn't hurt to have it. And then anything here? No. Oh, wait, actually 40% more special damage, but I guess my damage isn't coming from the special so much as the Zeus's boon on the special.
Thank you.
And I think that only affects the base damage, which is pretty low. What would 40% of 13 be? Not that much. And for the cost of the gold that I can save up for potentially buying something fun, I don't think it's worth it.
I'm going to get through all this.
So my thought process right now is I'm going to take any shop I can find, unless a Zeus boon is offered, because again, my goal here is to try and find as many Zeus boons as possible in as short a time as possible. Oh hey, look, a Chaos Gate, excellent. So we still have a chance of getting some extra damage on our special. No guarantees and no expectations, frankly. The odds of it actually happening the way we want it to are low. Would be great if I didn't try dashing through a wall to hit an enemy, you know? That guy is content with living in the lava and will die from it. That's fine. Oh, okay. So anyway, so I was talking about, so Kiwi's, oh, right, I have to pick up the item to clear it. Hermes, Palm, or Chaos? Well, I mean, Chaos says we have to. And I mean, we get in for free without losing any HP. Take this broken pot.
In the name of Hades.
What have we got now? 26% chance for rarer or better boons, and I don't use my cast anyway. I think I'll take that. Addled favor. Okay, Palm, HP, or coin. We'll take the Palm and try to get another level on the special. So with Kiwi normalizing her sleep schedule to mine, it is a little bit harder for me to find time to record, unfortunately. And let me make this clear, that's not a complaint. I would much rather spend my time with Kiwi than record, but there is something kind of like nice about having a routine outside of work for a hobby I have. So I'll probably have to just figure out a system that works for both of us where I can spend an appropriate amount of time with Kiwi while she's awake, but also maintain my hobbies at the same time. And the nice thing about that is we call it parallel play, but there are a lot of things we can do in parallel with each other while I'm recording, while she's reading, while she's crocheting. Ideally, we would do these things together because there is something very just pleasant and calming about sharing craft or sharing reading time with each other. But again, we're gonna find a balance, and we just have to experiment a little bit. I'm not in any rush. I mean, truth be told, this is probably going up the day it's recorded or the day after it's recorded, because I just have not had any time to record. My work schedule is very busy.
Should I take the trade?
And that's why I'm saying I'd rather spend my time with Kiwi than sacrifice that time for recording. All right. Ares or Athena here. I think I take Ares. I'll probably just go for his cast at this point. We have Artemis on the field. If I take her call, there's a chance I could get...
Mind if I join the fray, witches?
There's a chance I could get her call, and then that gives me a chance for hunting blades. Not that I particularly want or need hunting blades, but you know, it would be cool. It wouldn't be bad. It would be the opposite of bad. It would be good. Yes, I know the opposite of good. Never mind, Kiwi. Such is life. I mean, so right now my plan is, presuming this goes up tomorrow rather than today, I think people will already know, but my plan is to record some Pokemon most likely, or it's going to be Pikmin. I'm not sure which. There's kind of a momentum build up for either.
In the name of Hades.
But I do intend to kind of alternate. Yep, we'll take the cast here. Nice, strong, epic level cast. And there's Eurydice. We have so many boons, it's going to be really hard to hit the special with her rarity upgrade, but I will take it here just on the off chance we get it. Oh, you're alone today.
Hey, listen here a moment, Hades kid. Look, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for bringing Orphe back to me again and everything.
Eurydice, you're more than welcome, really. You've helped me through the flames of hell time after time. Least I could do is coax old Orpheus out of his private pit of despair so you and he could set things right between the two of you.
Well, you're a real sweetheart, hun. You'll still be seeing Orphe all the time around your house, but now I get to see him too. Nice having something to look forward to, you know? Bet someone out there feels that about you.
Yeah, I've got a couple in this game that I think would feel that way. All right, so Ambrosia Delight, do we get the special? We got it. Nice.
Really hit the spot.
Come again.
Okay, and we got unlocked the next couple tiers of conversation with Eurydice. That might be even cooler than what we got. Because I mean, again, the build is going to be strong enough with or without that enhanced special. It just gets a little bit more fun. Maybe this is making up for all the bad RNG I've had in some of my runs. Okay, just wanted to confirm that I still have the Chaos Boon instead of just looking to my left and seeing there's a big number 1 on it. That's fine. I need to remember that I have Athena's deflect attack on my attack, so that I could potentially deflect some projectiles back at enemies instead of just trying to face tank them. Unintentionally or intentionally. I guess there's never really an intentional face tanking, but still. That guy was committed to sitting in the fire. Let's see, we're up to 58 damage on the special each hit. Now it's 64. Stronger and stronger. So shop or HP. Like I said before, we will take the shop in the hopes of getting a Zeus boon. It's a 1 in 4 chance, but it's not a 0 chance. All right, Charon, anything fun? Oh, it's a mystery boon. Okay, let's roll. Nice. 25% chance for double strike. Here we are. All right, so we've really gotten all the really big boons. The only thing we're missing at this point is his his legendary boon. There are obviously other things we could gain.
Stopped anybody from attempting to leave Asphodel of late, Bernie?
Funny you should ask that, Zagreus. The answer is probably no. What I will say though that's kind of funny is we've got the Blunder build going again because we've got Blitzstus and potentially Hunting Blades. If we get Hunting Blades here, that would be pretty funny. Oh wait, why am I trying to attack the head that I know is going to be invulnerable for a set period of time? All right, that's one head. Yeah, so basically, this build would be fun to stack a little bit more Ares on, but I really don't need to. So I think the things I'm looking for is one boon from Athena to give me, oops, didn't mean to stand on the lava there, to give me, what's it called? Blinding flash, I believe, to get me a little bit more. Oh dear, that's a lot of cluster there.
Don't do that.
I don't actually know where all my cast gems wound up, but I would like to find them. There they are. Okay, ooh. This is maybe taking a little. I'm standing on the lava way too much this fight. I keep trying to charge up shield. What happens is I keep dashing into the lava and then charging up shield bash and getting hit by it as a consequence. I'm just playing a little less careful than I should. But I mean, look at this. We have 144 HP, and after this, we'll have plenty more.
Not now.
Can you not safe spot on the lava, Lerny? Like, I get why you're doing it, but I'm not a fan. Oh well. We can dash in and out.
Got you. I'll take that.
Not the cleanest, Lerny. Not by a large margin, but a win is a win, I suppose. Okay. So we got some levels on the Chaos Egg. Do I keep taking that into Elysium? I mean, I probably do. Or I could take the Chthonic Coin Purse, but nah. Yeah, we'll hold on to the egg. And nothing here I want. Nothing here I want to sell. Alright, so yeah, I think at this point we're just hunting for, we need one Athena boon, one Artemis boon, as many Zeus boons as we can get, and then Ares is, well, he'll be cool to stack up more on potential for hunting blades. But again, if I have a choice for anything, I just want to find more Zeus until I get his legendaries. What have you got today, fishies? And boop.
Think I got one.
A sea mare.
Ooh, a sea mare.
Okay, so yeah, again, this episode I think will be getting uploaded tomorrow, the day after I record it, just so it's a little dated for you. Hermes or Hammer? I mean, realistically speaking, I think I have more to gain from Hermes, but I don't know if I've finished the Fated Prophecy list for the Hammer here on the shield. I probably have at this point, but I can't guarantee it to myself, so I'd rather work on kind of that like long-term progression, completionist sort of thing. And I think I mentioned pretty early on in the series that I intend to, maybe not 100% this game, but I'm intending to get relatively close, all things considered.
The place is crawling with these.
And, I mean, I don't really even know what that necessarily entails, but I'll probably look at like the achievement list, for example, and see if there are things. The list of fated prophecies or minor prophecies is probably the best metric. Ah, there we go. Dashing Wallop. Your dash track deals 50% or 50% damage in a larger area. Perfect.
Should work.
See, and there we go. We fulfilled the prophecy. So I got exactly what I wanted. And now I know for a fact that I have finished the shield prophecies, so I can take whatever hammers I want in the future. Cool. That's a fun feeling to know. We're making progression on this game every episode. Every win matters for something, even if it's just a little bit of extra dialogue that I would have not seen otherwise. One thing that I'm trying to train myself is to how to position while using the Bull Rush and the Blitz Disc at the same time, which sounds easier than it is, because when you throw the Blitz Disc, you're traveling a set distance. When you dash, you're often dashing through where that Blitz Disc wound up, and you have to call it back to yourself before you start charging up your next Bull Rush, because if you try to use the Blitz Disc, you try to throw your special while you're in your Bull Rush, it doesn't get thrown. Oh, darn it, he respawned. That's fine though. Oh, or what am I trying to say here? That was a fun little trap kill. Would you stop kindly? Well, anyway, I completely lost my train of thought because I got distracted by that Revenant trying to respawn. Oh goodness me. This was a slower room than it deserved to be. We'll blame jury summons even though it was exclusively my poor play. We'll take the Hermes here and hope for a rush delivery. I think, you know, Athena might work reasonably well on the Blitz Disc as well. Obviously, Zeus is the hands-down best option where possible because the DPS is just insane. Oh, right. So anyway, so meta progression, I want to... I'll probably look at the completion list. There are still a whole bunch of prophecies we have yet to complete as well. But the long story short of it is, I think we've still got a good number of runs left in this game before we're even close to calling it done. But there will come a time when it's done. But I can promise very confidently that I will end up doing the same thing for Hades 2 when it is fully released. If you've looked at the channel, I do have a whole bunch of Hades 2 episodes, I think like 27 altogether, but that was when it was on its very first release, like as soon as the early access was released.
Say, you're in good with what's his name? The one who gave you his lucky tooth? So he's an alright sort then. Has to be if you put up with him.
Oh, Hermes. Didn't get rush delivery. I could accept side hustle for the little bit of coin it gives, aiming for the Titan blood at the end of the floor or at the end of the run. But let's reroll and see if we can get rush delivery.
No, thanks.
No. All right. I think what I'll do is I'll take hyper sprint here on the off chance that we get a third Hermes boon on sticks that I can afford. Ooh, another Zeus. Excellent. And it's a higher rarity.
Mysterious.
Brenda, we have to fight this first.
Appears it's time we challenge one another once again. Prepare.
I am prepared. I remember that I can use my shield to block that sort of attack, which is quite good for me, because, alright, can I kite him through this? A little bit. I think I've got the rough idea of how to control this well. I will say if I had hunting blades, that would be pretty funny. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. And I'd gladly take just a Zeus legendary over the entirety of hunting blades here, just because it's more fun for the build. Okay, he's going to charge, I use my shield, and then I don't even take damage. Oh, he's spinning. I'm like, that is a much greater build-up than I expected it to be. That's why. I saw him charging that up, and I was ready for it.
I'm empty.
I'm starting to get the motions of how to play with this. Oh, he's charging up again. I was ready for it this time. Cool, I positioned perfectly for that too. There we go.
Enough, short one.
I'd say that was a pretty clean Asterius phase too, once I got the flow going. Definitely could be faster. Definitely could have been faster. Oh, here, let's give the ambrosia.
King of the Olympians, Lord Zeus. Forgive this offer of ambrosia, for I know you have no limit of it there. But here it is the finest gift that can be given, and even still it isn't anything compared to all you've done for me. Thank you, Uncle.
Now, nephew, you are most generous indeed in showing all this deference to me. But we must keep some distance, shouldn't we? Lest all the others here, why, they would be most jealous if they caught me playing favorites. Even though you are my favorite. Presently, at least.
Presently is a very a good way to say it, considering Zeus is very flighty with his preferences.
Hear me on my authority.
Bond Forge with Zeus, cool. Alright, so do I want to take Zeus's aid? No, because I wanted to aim for hunting blades, and I'll need to take Athena's aid if I want, or Artemis's aid if I want to do that. So either lightning reflexes or high voltage. Let's take the larger AoE, because that sounds like fun. And cool, we'll get a little bit of HP for some extra survivability. No problem with that. I would have, if I had rerolls, or if I had thought about it before I had taken it, because I didn't actually look to see if I had rerolls, I would have tried to reroll for his legendary, but I assume we will see at least one more Zeus boon before the end of the run. I know this game has a nasty habit of proving me wrong when I make those sorts of assumptions, but we'll see what we get. Oh, I did not realize I was so low on HP. I have not. I will be honest, my setup this morning is a little bit off, and I have my microphone stand kind of blocking my view of the bottom left corner, or pretty much the entire bottom of the screen. So I was not paying attention to my HP. I guess I really don't need to be dashing into enemies the way I have been doing, especially like that, where I'm... Oh, goodness, Kiwi. Well, hopefully we run into Patroclus, or we're offered a Death Defiance in the shop. But I mean, realistically speaking, I have lost 1 life of 3, and I am perfectly fine in this run as it stands. I just have to, if anything, play a little bit safer. which I'm not doing until I lose at least one more life, or start fighting Hades and realize, oh no, I'm throwing the run. Ooh, Ares Zeus trial. Let's do this. All right, I don't know if Zeus can offer his legendary here, but these are the two boons I want to see the most of, potentially, although I would have loved to see... Oh wait, we can't get duos, so never mind. Who's worse to deal with, Ares or Zeus here? I'm gonna take Zeus first, I think.
Oh, I feel very proud.
Okay. I do not know if you can get legendaries here, but I will try to reroll for it just in... Okay, well now we know for the future, you can get legendaries, just not duos in trials.
Did I detect some hesitancy on your part just then? Perhaps you knew that you were making a mistake. No matter, you'll learn now.
Look, this entire episode is about inflating Zeus's ego as much as possible, Ares. No offense to you, but you are not part of Zeus's ego, even though you may have been spawn of Zeus. You are not Zeus himself. I mean, I'm sure Zeus probably takes pride in the children he has spawned, would be my guess. Well, you know what? Maybe I use Mort here, or whatever my Chthonic Companion is called, so that I can potentially get a little bit more HP back. I'll see if I get another mini-boss. I should have used it on Asterius, but I have 3 uses of him. There's no excuse for not using him at this point. Alright, looks like there are going to be more spawning in. Oh good, another chariot. You know what, I'm going to just do this. Cool, we popped their shields or their armor right away, which is great for us. You know what, lightning reflexes wouldn't be bad as like a secondary tier boon on the dash, honestly. I might take that if it's offered next.
I think that we are squared away for now, though do not test my patience further.
Oh, I will, don't worry. We will gladly take this extra Blade Rift duration. Not very long, but it is something. Okay. Oh, and there's another Artemis. So this is our chance to get Artemis's call and potentially set ourselves up for hunting blades. I like this. I like this a lot. That increased AoE on the lightning bolts is actually pretty huge, like both metaphorically and literally speaking. And that's great for our run, actually. I'm glad I took that epic boon. Look how big it is. It's as big as the shield now, so if it hits one enemy and drops lightning bolt, it hits multiple enemies. And so the damage stacks pretty substantially at rapid pace. That's pretty cool. Oh, there you are. I don't know why I tried to make that work from that distance, but whatever. I'm feeling that one level of jury summons right now. It's not much, but it apparently is a pretty like it's only a 20% increase in number of enemies, but that apparently is a pretty sizable amount here. But they are just in the blender zone now. There is no winning for them. Like this is gonna be another one of those fights where if Ares or sorry, not Ares, if Asterius and Theseus stand on top of each other, like imagine if I did have hunting blades going into that fight. It'd be pretty wild. That was a really long room.
Olympus, I accept this message.
All right, there's her call, so we'll take that. And then there's another Zeus boon. Although, what other Zeus boons do I stand to gain from at this point? I mean, I think Mirage Shot is probably the thing, or not Mirage Shot, what's it called? Lightning Rod would be the most likely thing I could get here. That would be interesting, but not necessarily good. But I don't really want Ares duo with Zeus, because that just makes our revenge effect stronger, which I'm not even using. Okay, good. Like, Artemis's call is also really kind of just disappointingly terrible, unfortunately. Which I hate saying. I wish, like, everything had its niche, had its potency, or its situation where it would be really good. But I feel like there are a few instances where I think Artemis's call is a good choice. Like, it's definitely one of the worst boons. Like, look at this. It one-shot all those enemies. It's terrible. Sometimes it's worth being self-aware of when you say something that's not always correct. But let's looking at it objectively in terms of the damage it deals on its own. Like, it does 100 damage once if you use a single gauge. It does 1,000 damage if you get it fully charged. That's not actually that much for getting a full god gauge. After using your call, you deal more damage for 15 seconds. I think we'll take lightning reflexes, as I was saying before. 40 damage with a chance of double strike is pretty great. And we'll do this. I am a little iffy on HP. I will hope.
Stop him,
good. I
Regis.
see a. Okay, so it's a shop next. So I think I will take the shop in this instance because then I can potentially buy more HP. Look at all the lightning, Kiwi. Everyone's getting jolted. Oh, how'd you get out of here? Not a fan of your safe spotting nonsense. You're wasting my time.
You should have listened.
Satisfied?
Aw, darn it, we only got 3 darkness.
She is, Father.
It's kind of funny that it looks like they use Roman numerals for the 1, so that did look like 3 based on Roman numerals. Nothing here I want to toss out, so yeah, to the shop. We have a fair bit of coin. I will run the risk of... I saw a coin pot right there as I left. Oops. Ooh, another Ares. Oh, we have the chance for the duo here. Let's see.
I'll take it.
No. Okay. Then I don't want to give up my special. That would be a terrible decision. So we'll take Blood Frenzy. After using Death Defiance, you will deal 30% more damage. Because realistically speaking, we are going to lose a Death Defiance here. I probably don't need another level of the Palm. So, into the heroes. Let's do this.
Rematch.
Asterius and I shall smite you back into the lowest depths of hell.
And I will electrocute you very badly because Zeus. Oh, we're just starting with this. Okay, Asterius.
They know our victory is certain here.
He does sound like he's having a great time whenever he does that. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Or I guess Obol. 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 But we're not talking about the gold coins. Okay, like that was a series of really bad jokes all in a row, and I should apologize for it, but I probably am not going to, and I'm not sorry. Oh, okay, Asterius, where'd your HP go, bud? I'm just gonna save up Athena's Call because I have no reason not to. Just get it maximizes our damage. Instead of 400, it becomes 1,000. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, I deflected whatever that was. Hi, Theseus. I didn't actually mean to attack you there. Alright, here. Let's pop Artemis, and that might finish the bull. Who am I kidding? That's not nearly enough damage. I think we've just about got him. Get him like one more time, and he's jolted and done. Or not. Ooh, you know what? This is a clever idea. What if I just kite Theseus around? Oh, hello, bull. Oh, lightning reflexes finished him. That's funny. So it looks like Theseus travels at about the same speed as the shield, if I recall it. So if I try and just cut him off like right here, and then just run around with him, look at that. That's kind of funny. Oh, the poor guy doesn't stand a chance. Oh, geez, we just melted him for that.
Another priceless chariot. Olympus, I invoke your aid.
I guess they're testing me.
I mean, if he's just going to sit there for me, I'm going to just pop this and win. Did he just say Artemis? Oh, wait, no, I said Artemis. Never mind. What am I doing? The subtitles there tricked me.
Coin for Charon.
Okay.
Showed them who's boss, didn't we, Shay?
We sure did show them who's boss, and we haven't
seeing all of you next
sacrificed
time,
any
alright?
further Death Defiances. Yeah, I don't think I need to take the Lucky Tooth here at all. I was just playing a little bit melee-brained in a situation where I could be long-ranged if I wanted to be. Alright, we got a couple more levels on the egg. It still needs 14, but I don't think... We never can find Chaos Gates in the stick, so this isn't the place to take it. What say we take... You know what? Before I switch my keepsake, let's see what's in the well. Okay. So if I got hunting blades and had the chthonic or the hourglass, could potentially have a really strong hunting blades situation. So let's do that. We'll take the bone hourglass. This should get leveled up if we get like 3 chambers of sticks. We'll take Braid of Atlas. That lasts for 12 turns now. And I would like to sell something if I could, so I could get more money, but none of these are things I want to sell. So we'll just move along and hope that I get a gold chamber and some reasonable RNG for gold pots. Trying to think if there's any other news I can talk about going on. I mean, Oh, I know. So this morning we made sourdough bread, or well, we're in the process of making sourdough bread. It has like a 6-hour rising step. Ooh, 2 more Zeus spoons, Kiwi, but the Titan blood. Okay. Wait, there's a fish. I heard a fish.
Fishing point there.
Can you tell that I have ADHD that's only exacerbated when I'm on coffee? That I also talk very fast when I'm on coffee? That I'm definitely on coffee? Can you tell? Can you tell? Can you tell? All right. Slow my roll a little bit here. Okay, so we got an Ares. It's a high level Ares, and it's our only chance at potentially getting hunting blade. So let's do this first and see if we can test our luck. If we don't get Ares, and then it's a matter of seeing if Zeus will offer us anything that would entice me to swap out a major boon, or I think there's probably still at least something I can gain that would empower Zeus's base damage. What it is, I'm not 100% sure. The only thing I can really think of is maybe taking his attack boon just for the couple times when I attack and have more chain lightning going. Not really excited by that prospect. Honestly, what I would want is to trade out Athena's or Artemis's call for Zeus's. That would be pretty wild. Welcome to the blender, boys and girls and non-gendered rocks made out of stone snakes that shoot lasers, I guess. I don't even know what I'm talking about at this point, Kiwi. Man, like seriously, we have such a potentially strong blender build.
That's the most gigantic vermin I've ever seen.
I've seen bigger. I know. No, I haven't. Okay, well, maybe not in this game. There are probably other games where I've seen larger vermin than this. Oh, jeez. I didn't even see that coming at me. I'm just trying to pop these blades on it and kill it that way. I might be playing this a little too safe, and I'm reaping what I sow in that regard. Have an Artemis. Woohoo, 100 damage. Got the satyr. Oh, and the little guy died in the process. Okay.
In the name of Hades.
What have you got, Harry's? Harry's? Huh. Okay. Blade Rift effects deal more damage for each consecutive hit. Really not great without hunting blades, but it's still a legendary boon, so I guess we'll take it. I think I'll go for the coin room next. I'm not convinced we're going to be able to afford the Titan blood unless I do all of the chambers, and I don't exactly want to do that if I don't have to. There is so many like spinning blades of death going on here.
See what's in here.
This is tempting, but I really don't think I really need it. So we're gonna skip it. Like this is an example of what I was saying. Like Ares stacks with himself very well. His legendary makes his blade rift stronger. He also like just stacking all of his effects that enhance Doom are also quite strong. So like he just has a whole lot of potential for being strong, like as a solo god. Is he the strongest solo god? That I'm not sure about. I feel like both Poseidon and Zeus can give him pretty fair competition, and it probably is dependent on what aspect you're using as well. Oh, hey, it's Satyr Sack. Wasn't expecting to see that so soon. Unfortunately, we still are short on coins, so I do think I'll try and take some extra chambers, or I just accept I'm not getting the Titan blood and I go for the 2 Zeus boons that I can afford on the HP.
Maybe I should check the other.
Let's see, what do I stand to gain? An Athena boon. All right, let's take the Athena boon, see what it gives us. Could also make an argument for the palm. That way I could upgrade an attack or something, or upgrade my special one more time before we go in. But the odds are low. I mean, we have a lot of boons right now that could potentially get palmed. So there's no guarantee that happens. Could also take one more of these, but I should probably save my coin as much as possible if I'm going for that Titan blood. I think the Titan blood probably isn't happening. Well, actually, I take that back. I could definitely make it happen. All I need is a little bit of good RNG. But let's be honest, it would be way more fun if I just took the 2 Zeus spoons, right? And it's not like we're starving for Titan blood. I mean, we kind of are because I wasted it all on, what was it I upgraded recently? Guan Yu. I used a bunch of Titan blood on upgrading Guan Yu, which, let's be honest, is not going to be the spear I use the most, especially as we get into the higher heats of the runs. But like, can you blame me for not wanting to have to do a run where I have to think harder? Like, Guan Yu on lower heat really isn't that bad. In fact, it's pretty decent in terms of damage output, I would argue. But do you really want to have to fight with like a 55% reduction in your overall HP? And all future healing is similarly reduced, or at least max HP addition is similarly reduced. It's not always the preferred way of being, you know?
Just a bit longer.
I'm gonna try and take out this snake stone first. Kind of annoying to deal with. I'm also just trying to get jolted status on everyone I can, because they're gonna constantly be attacking whether I'm around them or not. That was a pretty good room. Okay, your abilities that can deflect also make foes exposed. That's probably what we want, but Deathless Stand is pretty amazing here since we are down 1 Death Defiance. But I'm gonna go for the 50% more the 50% backstab damage, and more importantly, the reliable means of getting status privilege now. I think that's way more important because I don't foresee myself losing the run here. All right, realistically speaking, I can do one more chamber and get this. But let's do what I talked myself into doing. Let's take Zeus. After using a call, deal more damage. God gauge fills up faster when you deal or take damage. I think we'll take Billowing Strength because that'll give us a whole bunch of more damage. I guess we're taking both of his God gauge filling boons, I guess, because they synergize well with each other enough. I can afford all of this. Okay, so we'll take the Palm.
Gods grant me strength.
We didn't get it on the special, but we did get it on Blade Rift, which is honestly kind of good enough for us. And 25 more HP. Yeah.
Each violent countenance of Cerberus agrees the Satyr Sack must be destroyed.
I briefly forgot that I'm on tight deadline. Thankfully, I still have 9 minutes to clear this, so I'm not even in remote threat of not getting that.
You won, boy.
But yeah, I definitely could have gotten... probably one more chamber would have been enough to save up enough coin to be able to afford the Titan Blood, but it's fine. Went for the fun, although realistically speaking, there really wasn't much I could get from Zeus that would be worth taking there.
The heavens and the seas belong to my brothers, but know that you are still in my domain.
Realistically speaking, the only thing I stood to gain was a trade for his call, which we got the trade for his special, or not his special, his cast. But why would I trade Blade Rift for? Oh, I can't get any of those. That's unfortunate. Guess we're not using Blade Rift for a while. Unfortunate. At least we can generate God Gauge really fast, and I should take the damage up while I can use it. Oh yay, a chariot. The nice thing about the chariots when you're running the shield is that you can block their damage, and then they just stop and they're free damage. There's not much they can do against you after that. It would have helped if I held my shield, like my block with the shield from while facing Zeus, or Hades, but it's fine. I'm gonna speed this phase up a little bit.
Now you two get along. Your handiwork,
oh, you know what? He blocked like 400 damage. Apparently you... That's something good to know, I guess, is that if you hit him with a single hit, that would knock him into his next phase. He does, like, it doesn't, the full damage is, some of that damage is blocked.
You and your relatives.
They're your relatives too, Uncle or Dad. Probably gonna get a hit here. Alright, cool. I just needed to focus on not getting hit there because I wasn't trusting it. Okay, so there's phase 1. We'll pick up these goodies while we're here. Go around and grab these. Pop that on him. Charge this up. Blade Rift. Oh, wow, that's unlucky. Well, at least he's just sitting in the blender. In that blender, at least. Oh, I was too busy looking at that. I forgot that I'm supposed to dodge. Oops. Kiwi. Taking a little bit more damage than is ideal. Some good damage there. Oh, perfect. He's just going to sit and take that. Oh, did we... How did we can't... he must have phased, because there's no reason why he didn't use his lasers there other than that. But, yeah, without forced overtime, he's really not that much of a threat here. Like, I'm standing... I know his range. I'm just standing casually outside of it. More Blade Rifts. Oh, what hit me there? Is it a pot? I don't actually know what hit me. Oh well. We're still fine. Pop some blade rifts. Get out of the lasers. Don't get hit by the pot. Never trust a pot, Kiwi. So one fun thing that I should point out before we finish him here is check this out. This is a safe spot. He can actually hit you here if you just hold your shield, which is kind of funny. And that's actually how they beat him in the speed run, that 164, or not speed run, but the fight that 164 beat. I'm just standing there tanking his lasers and shooting him with Artemis. This is fine.
With your youth comes a certain strength, it seems.
Also with Artemis. I like that
I cannot remain.
I like to think that despite me criticizing Artemis's call as being one of the weakest calls overall, I would say, it did get the kill there, which is kind of funny. Granted, it was only a single 100 damage hit, but still. Look at that, we're at 13 wins. Plus 1 Titan blood and some gems.
At the touch of it.
No fish out in here, nope. Alright, off we go.
The favor doing Zagreus then walks into a chamber black as night, but with a blood-red pool, and from it comes a voice which says, "Would you mind diving in these waters, Prince?" To which the prince replies, "Oh, sure."
I wonder if that's in reference to some sort of Greek mythology. I'm just not familiar with what story. But if it's not, I do like this. I do like the concept that Zagreus just has terrible survival instincts once he's out on the surface. Like, he is completely familiar with the underworld and basically untouchable, canonically speaking. Or at least based on how we've been running him, I guess. And then once he gets to the surface, everything is new, everything is different, and everything is extraordinarily deadly, but he's having a great time and doesn't understand that.
Hey, did you see? Somebody got me this incredible new sleeper seat right here. Though I would never lie down while on the job. I'm perfectly alright sleeping while standing up.
Well, there it is, in case you change your mind.
Definitely in case he changes his mind. Alright, Achilles, what have you got to tell us today?
Achilles, would you tell me something more of Patroclus? You mentioned you were very close.
We could have been no closer. The ashes of our bodies yet mingled together somewhere on the surface there. What can I tell you, lad? I loved him with all my heart. And he left me too soon.
But now you're both here in the underworld. Can't you go seek him out? Or alter your arrangement with my father?
I tried, lad. I have tried. On both accounts. What you propose is not that simple, it turns out. But I shall tell you what. When next you see Patroclus on your journeys, you keep speaking to him for me, won't you?
I'll do what I can.
Okay, so that sets us up for the next stage of their story. I'm gonna assume what we have to do is, like with all the others, we find Nyx, we talk to her, she tells us where their pact is, and maybe we release them, sort of. But there may be still some back and forth we have to have. But what's an ambrosia for our goodest boy?
Cerberus, not to get all sentimental on you, but oh, who am I kidding? Look, you've been with me my entire life. I know you're here at home partly because of me, aren't you?
The bond between a hound and its master is as hard as adamant. Cerberus, the fearsome monster born of hell and guardian of its gates, answers firstly to the prince's father. But it turns out, the prince may be the next best thing.
He's
You're
a good
the best
boy.
boy in the whole world. Even if heads Beta and Gamma don't much care for pets, do they? I've got more than enough lined up for you, though. Count on it.
Alpha, Beta, Gamma. Yay, another bond forged. Wow, we've been kind of checking those off. We still got a bunch to go, especially with
Each
gods.
savage maw of Cerberus salivates in anticipation of the next time to feed.
Should let Deuce know it's Cerberus's feeding time. One good pet for the good boy.
For the greatest boy.
The greatest boy. Sorry, I should stop calling him a good boy when he is the great boy. The greatest boy, in fact. All 3 heads. But only one do we pet. Alright, Hades, what have you guys to say?
Go on, Hades. Try saying something nice to him for once.
I never notice Persephone when she's standing in that spot, I have to say. But okay, let's see Hades' attempt at being a good father.
You are a hard worker.
Come on, Persephone, you gotta cheer him on for that. That was pretty good for him.
Hey, Orpheus, you're back. How was your trip? I hope it was all right.
It was more than all right, my friend. Why, it was positively inspirational. But I've returned as promised to this house. My love is there, whilst my responsibilities are here.
You sound despondent again, mate. You must wish you were there right now. I'm sorry you had to come all the way back.
Oh, on the contrary, Zacharias. It dawned upon me that having some distance between my responsibilities and my domestic life, why, it is not so bad. Besides, Charon makes travel to and fro quite simple for me, really.
That's good.
Great to hear it. I can only imagine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, Orpheus, mate. I have something good for you right here. Ambrosia, all the way from the surface. I want you to have it.
Ah, but this is splendid, Zacharias. And I must say, apart from my Eurydice, I've never felt as strong a bond of kinship as with you.
You're too kind.
Mm-hmm. No bond forged yet, but we're getting closer. Hey, look, Achilles.
Achilles in the spotlight.
Hooray. All right, I don't really have enough keys to start buying nectar. I am pretty short.
The prince! Miss Nix! I'm not supposed to talk to you. I have to go.
I feel like we've actively pursued Deuce's story so much that we're a little out of we're a little out of sync with the story about her and Nyx, like,
damn it,
having kind of limiting Nyx limiting her interactions with us.
The latest cat, chef.
Oh, nice. 3 nectar. Excellent. All right. Well, I'm going to save that for gods for now, other than Hypnos. I could definitely give one to Hypnos, but I don't want to give one to Hypnos. Let's not positively reinforce Hypnos' bad behavior. Just kidding, we will, but later. The Shield of Chaos. The son of the god of the dead shall someday acquire each of the Daedalus enchantments for Aegis.
He just has seen me through how many fights?
200 gems acquired for that. So we still have a whole lot of things to gain from here, mostly involving gems as rewards, but these give a whole bunch of Titan blood. What are we missing? Okay, we need to have some mirror debuffs going. Dark Regeneration, Abyssal Blood, Stygian Soul, High Confidence, and Family Favorite. Alright. I can do all of those. I'll set that up for the next run, perhaps, and we can check off that prophecy, because that gives a whole bunch of Titan blood. Oh, but we're running the gauntlets.
Use the fists.
That's not really my favorite weapon to run with that sort of circumstance.
I see you.
So maybe not next run, but the run after. When I get a rail, a shield, a bow, even maybe a spear if I just go a special build, I'll consider doing that, but not today. Today, or well, I guess not today, but next run, we'll be going with the gauntlets, Aspect of Talos. Doesn't particularly matter what I run on those, I suppose. So why don't we go? Let's go with Ares and see what we can have happen with that.
You want to fight me, boyo? Well, hop to it, stat.
Hop, hop. Anyway, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one.